Hi, Kyle here. I am a marketing specialist at Boostability. Today, we will teach you how to set up Google Search Console. We will be going over what it is, why it's important, and the 5 different verification methods. So, what is Google Search Console? Google Search Console is a free service that helps you monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot your site's performance on Google. Whether you're an SEO specialist, web developer, or marketing student, learning how to set up and verify a Google Search Console account is a necessity. Why is Google Search Console useful? Google Search Console is a free tool that you can start using within a day or two by following a few simple steps. This easy-to-use online platform from Google can tell you what works well and what hurts your site's performance. Let's begin. First, on Google, we will want to search Google Search Console. Click on the link, Welcome to Google Search Console. You may need to sign in or create an account. Once you sign in, you should be navigated to the Welcome page. You will see 2 different options for verification, domain and URL prefix. For the first 4 verification methods, we will be using the URL prefix method for verification. The entire URL for the website you are wanting to verify will need to be copied and pasted into the section on the right. In these examples, I will use Boostability's URL. Click Continue. As it loads, it is checking for previous or automatic verification. Let's jump into the first option, HTML file. The first way to set up or verify ownership of Google Search Console is through uploading an HTML file on your website. Keep in mind that if your website does not have a way to edit HTML code, this option will not work. To start the process, under Verify Ownership, click on HTML file. You should see a Download File option that will download the verification code file onto your device. Once it downloads, you will be able to copy and paste the Google Site verification code and implement it within the coding of your website. The next step is to take the downloaded code and implement it to your website, typically in the root directory. The root directory can be found through File Manager, FTP, or SSH. If you are not familiar with how to do this, work with your web developer to upload it properly and ensure that it's registering. Once uploaded, click on Verify. The verification should be completed immediately. If implemented properly, Google Search Console will display the ownership verification screen and you can select Go to Property, and that's it. The second way to set up or verify is through implementation of an HTML meta tag to the website's homepage. Like the HTML file method, you also cannot use this method if you do not have access to edit the HTML source code of the site's homepage. Similar to the HTML file process, under Verify Ownership, click on HTML tag. By clicking Copy, the code will be copied to your clipboard. Paste the code into your site's homepage. It should go in the head section before the first body section. Once uploaded, click on Verify. If done correctly, the verification should be completed immediately. If you are not familiar with how to do this, work with your web developer to upload it properly and ensure that it's registering. If implemented properly, Google Search Console will display the ownership verification screen and you can select Go to Property. Another common way to verify is by using your Google Analytics tracking code. Google Analytics is a tool used to find tracking data from your website, including website visitors, session links, and more. If you have previously set up Google Analytics, this may be an efficient and easy option. Your ownership may have even been auto-verified through this method. If that is the case, then great, you are good to go. If Google Search Console didn't auto-verify your account but you already have a Google Analytics tracking coder script, you will need to make sure it is implemented in the head section of the site. Once you have confirmed the Google Analytics tracking code or script is in the head section of the site, verification should work automatically. If you do not have a Google Analytics tracking code, you will need to create one by setting up Google Analytics. This is done by going to analytics.google.com and setting up a property with your website's information. A global site tag should automatically be created as you set up the property. Keep in mind that you will need to be logged into the same account that is used for Google Analytics when setting up Google Search Console. Next, you will need to find the newly created tracking code or script from the global site tag and implement it to the head section of the page. If you are not familiar with how to do this, work with your web developer to upload it properly and ensure that it's working. Once it has been implemented into the head section and the site has been published, click on Verify. The verification should be completed immediately. The next way to verify is by using your Google Tag Manager account. Google Tag Manager is often the preferred method of Google Search Console verification for many businesses. Google Tag Manager is a tool that is used to help connect marketers and web developers. It allows you to create and edit Google Tags within one platform that will automatically be deployed onto your site in an easy and effective manner. First, you will need to make sure you are using the same Google Tag Manager container snippet that is being used on the site. If you have previously set up Google Tag Manager and the container snippet is live on the site, this may be an easy and efficient option for verification. Your ownership may have even been auto-verified through this method. If that is the case, then excellent, you are all set. If you have not set up Google Tag Manager yet, this is where you will begin. Go to tagmanager.google.com to begin the process. Be sure to use an account that will also be used for Google Search Console verification. Follow the steps to set up an account and container for your company and website. Once completed, you will need to implement the two parts of the container snippet to the website. One snippet for the head of the page and the other for the body. If you are not familiar with how to do this, work with your web developer to upload it properly and ensure that it's working. Once the container snippet has been implemented properly and you have confirmed it is live on the site, click on Verify. The verification should be completed immediately. The last option for verifying ownership of Google Search Console is through the domain name provider. This option is a bit different than the other options because we will be verifying with the domain section on the left rather than the URL prefix section. This is a great option if you are wanting to verify many URLs across multiple subdomains. Keep in mind that this option will require DNS or domain name server verification. First, enter the domain name you would like to verify ownership for Google Search Console. Click Continue. Next, choose which DNS provider your domain is registered with. Let's say the DNS provider was GoDaddy. We would find godaddy.com from the list and click on it. Once you click Start Verification, you will need to log into your domain provider. Once you have signed in, follow the steps outlined in the instructions to verify the Search Console property. If your DNS provider is not listed, copy the TXT record shown and paste it into your DNS configuration. Once you have followed the steps from the DNS provider or the TXT record has been copied into the DNS configuration, click Verify. If you are not familiar with how to do this, work with your web developer to upload it properly and ensure that it's working. If the verification process doesn't work right away, keep in mind that DNS changes and verification may take some time to process in comparison to the other four methods. Wait a few hours and try again if needed. To give you an idea, this is what the screen will look like once the verification process has been completed for the various methods. Thanks for watching. Boostability has been a global SEO leader for more than a decade. We offer SEO to white label resellers around the world. If you want to get started on your SEO journey, talk with one of our experts today.